Oh, hello.
Hello, good morning. How are you, sir?
Oh, fine, fine. How about you? How
I'm
are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Doing good. Yes.
I'm calling from Japan,
Okay, I'm in the United States, so it's
United
late.
States.
Yeah, it's late at night right now.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
my name is Hiroshi.
Shirochi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Konnichiwa.
you. Konnichiwa. You learn Japanese?
No, just just to say hello. Just to say hello.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I'm
I
very glad to hear Japanese.
thank you. Yeah, my name is Tarquin, by the way. Tarquin.
Huh?
Tarquin. Tarquin is my
Oh,
name.
it's rather hard to
Yeah,
pronounce.
yeah,
Okay. So,
yeah.
have you been to Japan?
Yeah, I have. Very long time ago, though.
Hmm? How
In
long?
like in 1989, about 30 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
for what? For what?
Well, just to travel,
Oh,
I was
sightseeing.
traveling in Asia. So I
Oh,
one of my stop was Tokyo. So
oh,
I stopped
just
in
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
I live in the southern part of Japan.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
called Kumamoto. So,
Kumamoto. Okay.
Kumamoto, yeah, it's
All
very
right.
hot,
Oh,
especially this year. We have,
oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
very
Is
yeah, hot weather this year.
okay. Is
Mhm.
it near? Is it on the coast? You live near the coast or
Oh,
an
well,
island?
actually, not so near, but
Okay.
actually temporary. Yeah,
Hmm.
comparing maybe a little bit far, but
Okay.
it's only half an hour drive or so from my
Oh,
place. And also, I
okay.
can go to the mountainous areas within a half an hour or so. So
Fantastic.
I can enjoy both sea
Oh,
and mountains. Yeah.
oh,
So,
that's nice.
what area do you live?
Well, I'm in Florida,
Oh,
Florida.
Florida. So
Yeah.
you had a hurricane recently, I think.
Well, no, fortunately we didn't, but it went into the Gulf. The- okay, so what happens is we have Texas,
Oh,
and then we have Florida, and in
mm.
between it's called the
um,
Gulf of Mexico. Yeah,
oh, really? That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
That's good.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
we were very we don't want hurricanes.
mm,
We
yeah.
wanted to stay away from us.
Well, I understand that Florida is famous for living for retirees to live. So,
That's true. That's
mhm,
true.
mhm. So
That's true. Yeah.
maybe the climate is mild
The
and
climate is very mild, right? That's
oh,
true.
mhm,
Right,
mhm.
right. Particularly in the winter. In the summer, like
Mhm.
it's very humid, very hot and humid.
Oh,
Yeah, very muggy, very muggy.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Here in the place I live in,
Uh-huh.
also very humid and
Right.
very
Yeah.
hot. So
Right. Right.
especially nowadays, climate because of the
Uh-huh.
climate change, the temperature
Right.
gets
It,
high, quite high, and
right. Yeah.
hard
But
to live.
it is. It is. Well, this summer it's rained practically every day.
Oh,
It's
really? That's
yeah.
good.
We have.
Oh, oh, too much rain, you mean?
Well, I don't because I live in Florida, but I also spend a lot of time in Europe, in Spain.
Oh,
So yeah, so when I'm in Spain, I'll be leaving on Wednesday to go back to go to Spain. So
oh,
in Spain, it doesn't rain that much.
yeah.
Yeah, so I
Mm,
enjoy the rain when I come here
yeah.
because
So you often travel to foreign countries?
yeah, I love traveling. It's
Oh,
but yeah, but I kind of live in two places at the moment. I'm in Spain during the part of the year and also in Florida, the other
oh,
part. Right.
so you go there on business?
Well, no, I've been visiting there. Actually, I stay with my son because
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
he plays sports, so I go and take care of him
oh.
while he's playing his sports.
Mhm, mhm.
Right.
What sport?
He plays football, soccer, what
Oh,
they call
football.
soccer.
Oh,
Right. Right.
very popular. Oh,
Right. Right.
nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I also like traveling, and
okay.
actually, when I was young, I often
Uh-huh.
traveled, and actually,
Right.
I visited your countries
Uh-huh.
a couple
Uh-huh.
of times. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, Hawaii and Los Angeles, and
Okay.
And that was quite long ago. You know,
Right.
I'm old already, so it's rather hard for me to travel. Uh,
Right. Yeah.
uh, uh,
Well, I don't think you're that old, but the thing is that traveling, as you mentioned, and one of the reasons I haven't traveled to Asia
um,
since then is because it was such a long trip.
oh,
You know.
yeah. Mhm. So for me, Asian countries are near, so I
Right.
travel to Asian countries such as
Right. Right.
Korea, China, and
Right.
yeah, Taiwan and Singapore.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
only 3 or 4 hours to travel
Mhm.
to those countries. So that's
Yeah.
quite okay with me. But if
Yeah.
I travel to the United States, it takes
Uh,
me more than 10 hours or so.
oh my God, it's a long
Very
flight.
hard for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
it's when I flew from to Japan, I
Mhm.
went to Thailand, I went to Japan, Malaysia, and Singapore. Those were the four places I visited.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
but I flew from the East Coast of United
Ah,
States, from
oh,
Florida. So
oh,
it took me first. I had to go to California to Washington, Portland. Then we
oh.
took a plane from there to onto I think we went to Thailand first, if I remember correct, or Japan. I don't remember, but maybe with Japan first.
So
Uh,
you flew from your country
Mhm.
in East Coast? Usually
Right.
we Japanese travel to
Mhm.
from Japan to West Coast, San
Correct.
Francisco, then go to
Correct.
yeah. But in
Right.
this case, you go to the East Coast first, and then
Yeah. Yeah. We flew from the East Coast because I in Florida it's on the East Coast. So
uh,
first we have to go to the West Coast, and
yeah.
then which is about 4 to 5 hours trip in the plane, and then we have to travel. Across
Oh,
across the Pacific.
oh, oh,
It's a long flight. Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I see.
I would like to. I mean, I would like to travel to Japan and
Mhm.
spend time in Japan because I've looked at a lot of videos on YouTube, and
Oh,
they have the railroad that you could travel on, and I'm very interested in finding out more about Japan and its life and things like that.
yeah.
So yeah.
So now, unfortunately, we are having coronavirus, so we can't travel. But
Right.
Japan seems to be
Hmm.
easier to come
Hmm.
and
Right.
yeah, travel because
Right.
living costs are not so
Hmm.
expensive.
Right.
It used to be
Right.
very expensive,
Right.
especially in Tokyo. But
Right.
nowadays, it's easier for
It's
traveler. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
nowadays, a lot of Asian
Mhm.
people also
Okay.
come to Japan for sites.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I speak to a lot of Chinese students here in Cambly, and
Oh,
many, yeah, and Taiwanese also,
oh,
particularly
lovely.
Taiwanese, and
Mhm.
they always mention that they go on vacation to Japan, like to go to the Disney World in Disneyland
Oh,
in
yes, we have
Japan. Yeah.
Disneyland in Tokyo.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it seems to be a popular place to vacation for the other countries. The
Yeah.
Chinese and the
Mhm.
Taiwanese. Yeah.
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 Right. So nowadays, unfortunately, we are not good relations with Chinese and
Right.
Koreans. But
Right.
actually, I know
Uh,
individually, people are very nice. Of
right.
course, yeah. But
Right.
unfortunately, each
Yeah.
government, you know,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
a good in good time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that whole region is in a bit of complexity at the moment. The whole the South China Seas area,
Yeah, that is
Japan, and the
important.
economic issues, and
Mhm.
of course the various island issues with
Yeah.
the international law with rights of
Exactly.
you know
Yeah.
passage and all that. So I see that you're going to have a new prime minister, Mr.
Oh, yeah.
Abe. Yeah,
You know,
he unfortunately
yeah,
stepped
Prime
down.
Minister resigned. So,
Right, right,
yeah, Prime Minister will be selected next month.
right,
So, yeah,
right.
mm, you know,
Mhm.
he, the Prime Minister, he stayed as prime minister for the longest, term.
Right,
Yeah,
right, right,
as a prime
right.
minister. And
Yeah,
he had, unfortunately, some disease, so
right,
he had
right.
to resign. So,
Has to resign.
but,
Right. Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
mm,
Go ahead.
tell the truth, he was losing his popularity already. So, I'm
Right.
with him, but it's
Uh-huh.
good, yeah,
Okay.
timing. Oh, by the
Right.
way, we also have the election for president, and Trump, Donald Trump, and
Right.
I know Eden,
Joe Biden. Biden.
Biden. So,
Right.
who do you think will win?
Well, that's a very difficult question because
Yeah.
it's a, and the reason it's very difficult is because the president right now, President Trump, he's instituted a lot of policies and he does a lot of things and to impede the ability for it to have a democratic vote. For example, he wanted to defund the U.S. Postal Service so that people can't vote by mail. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
and then he said that if he loses, he may not leave the White House. So we don't know. And on the other hand, you have Joe Biden, who, unfortunately, his policies are so middle of the road, and what we call neoliberalists, that many of the people who are they're looking for something different, and he is not giving them that difference that they would like. So a lot of people are not so disenchanted with him, and are not enthusiastic about voting for him.
Oh yeah, actually, to be honest, he
Mhm.
looks, a little bit too old.
Yeah, right,
I
right,
cannot, feel a very,
yeah, right,
strongness from him. Uh,
right.
but vice president seems very vigorous, the woman,
Yeah,
vice
yeah,
president. Yeah,
yeah. Kamala Harris.
yeah, she is very vigorous.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they're from, not to get into the dynamics of the whole situation, but
Mm.
unfortunately, the two of them are not populist type of people. They're more for they're more supported by the wealthy and the establishment. Understand? So
Mm.
it doesn't really matter if Biden gets in or if Trump gets in. There's not going to be much change in the way the system is run. You understand?
Mm.
Right.
So, do you think the situations won't change so much? Which
Correct.
oh, really?
Exactly.
You think?
Yeah, it's not going to. I mean, yes, we're going to have. I mean, obviously, I
Mm.
would like some change because I wouldn't want the same individual to be there the next 4 years, because
Mm.
that would be a disaster for the world. You understand?
Mm.
But on the other hand, I mean, we're not going to see a change in terms of economic change. We're not going to see. Right now we live in a very polarized country at the moment.
Mm.
Very polarized. We have a small wealth group that controls everything. You understand?
Mm. So my feeling is if Biden had been elected, maybe it seems he is too weak to to foreign policy, for instance, against China. They are provoking,
Right. Right.
yeah. So
Right.
I'm afraid that
Right.
he can do,
Yeah.
to solve
Yeah.
the problem. So that is
Right.
with me.
Right.
China is
Yeah.
a very big problem for us Japanese. So
Of course. Of
actually,
course.
I really want United States
Uh-huh.
to be very strong against
Right.
China. So that
Of course. Of course.
yeah,
Of course.
yeah,
I mean, you live in a very dangerous neighborhood, as they say. Where you live.
yeah.
In Japan, you have North Korea and you have China.
North Korea is another problem. Nowadays, the coronavirus, is spreading, so he's a little bit calm.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, but I mean, I understand the situation, and these situations eventually are going to have to resolve themselves. in a way,
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
It seems to be impossible.
We don't have much time, my friend.
Okay.
So have a